Armstrong Pame, one of the first IAS officer from the Jeme tribe of Zelianrong community, initiated and built a 100-kilometer long road, popularly known as the People's Road, connecting the state of Manipur with Nagaland and Assam. Let us hear from the man himself about his life journey and the circumstances which led him to take up this wonderful project. Thank you so much for joining us today, Mr. Pame.
Hi Tanvi and the team of Unacademy. Thank you for having me here. It's a privilege and an honor to be able to share through this medium.
So let's start from something very basic and the roots. Let's talk about Manipur, your childhood, the college, and how did IAS happen?
I started off from a small village called Impa, located in Taushem subdivision. I moved to Delhi for my graduation. I did my physics honors from St. Stephen's College. After graduation, I decided to pursue my dreams to write the civil service, cracked it. So I started off from a humble family background. 7 children, 3 brothers and 4 sisters. My dad, a primary school teacher, then my mom, a homemaker who never went to any school for her formal education, but able to read my local dialect, Bible and song, that's all.
Personally, I am very inquisitive to know about the thought behind building the People's Road. How did that happen?
Well, this entire thought process goes back a long, long way. When we started our schooling, when we means people from my areas. You know, the distance from my village, Impa, to district headquarters is about 60 kilometers. So we had to walk on foot.
60 kilometers?
Yes, we were studying in a district headquarters school. So as a kid, we're not able to walk all those distance in a single day. So I remember we used to sleep over in between one of these villages, take rest, woke up the next morning with all swollen legs. We still have to walk to reach our destination. You know, and people does it till today. You know, they have to carry sick people on bamboo stretchers because during rainy season, even if there is a road, it's impossible for any vehicle to, you know, take the road. So, having seen our hard reality of life, there has always been something on my mind that I got to do something about it. Yes, as a kid, there has always been a passion to do something about the people, about the place. And the entire idea of People's Road started basically taking shape when I came as a subdivisional officer in Taushem subdivision, where my village is located. It was a huge challenge since the existing road was never repaired for so many years. I myself, as a subdivisional officer, when I wanted to take an assessment of the infrastructure facilities, visit the villages, interact with the villagers, I had to walk on foot myself. In rain, in sunshine, it was not an easy journey. Along with all my staff, I have to tour around. In one of these tours, as I reached one of these villages called Folklong, I convened a general body meeting where over 100, 200 people came, including the village youths, the women's society, the elders. I asked them, what do you expect? Because I speak their own language. I eat the same food they eat. For them, seeing an IAS officer as their boss, that too from their own place, was something unthinkable. Then one of the elders, a 92-year-old chap, stood up and told me this. Sir, you said you are our boss, and yes, we believe it. We're seeing it now. You also came walking. We also have been walking since our grandfather's time. I've been walking this road for the last so many years. I'm about to die now. Why don't you construct a better road? A 92-year-old man standing up and challenging me and throwing me a challenge. I asked him, Okay, uncle, great. Which road are you talking about? He said, see, the road from our district headquarters to our village. It's not motorable at all, though for namesake there's a road. Secondly, from my village across the hills, there's one highway coming from Nagaland and going straight to Assam. And that connects the railway stations, and people who's our own tribes, they're living across the hills. Why don't you just construct a road? It's a huge challenge, but how do we do this? How on earth can we raise resources? I gave him an assurance, yes, let me go and try exploring the possibilities of getting this road done through the government sources. So that was the decision I took. Then I started sitting down on my Excel sheet. Being a novice in this field, being an amateur in this field, I just made a rough estimates. I had few savings from my earlier job. I was in the revenue service for a year. Then I have my siblings working here in Delhi and also at home in my hometown. Then we decided to pull in all the resources, even my mom's pension included, pension from my dad's earlier job of 5,000 bucks included. We pull in all the resources, it comes to about 6-7 lakhs. With this rough estimation, I went back to the villagers. I called them a meeting again. I told the old gentleman, see, okay, uncle, today I have a proposition for all of you. The road that you asked me to, I'm willing to take up, provided you guys are willing to join hands. He said, how? Yes, we're willing to sacrifice whatever we have. I said, we're gonna give this much. We're gonna invest whatever resources we have. Not only me, my families and good friends, together we'll pull up the resources. What are you villagers willing to do? So surprisingly, one of the women, she stood up and said, sir, I'm gonna give you 5 baskets of firewood so that your workers can cook their food. And then 2 gentlemen from the back in a very shabby dress stood up. We're good at fishing. We'll go to the river and do some fishing and sell the fish and gonna contribute for the fuel. Sure. And some women's society group, they stood up. Over the past few months, we have been saving money. You please take that for the road. One JCB came for free. We just have to provide for the fuel. So everyone responded. They come on their own because they feel it's their own. So that is how the People's Road started, and I'm glad it took about 6-7 months and we were able to complete it, and we got it inaugurated on the 17th of February 2013.
What were the different kind of challenges did you face while raising funds through Facebook as a medium?
I do not want to say that I raised funds because during the entire course of the construction, we did not ask anyone for donation. I am very clear of my roles and responsibility as a civil servant. I did what I had to do. I initiated the project, no doubt about it. I challenged the people to be a part of it. The rest was taken up by the villagers themselves. So that's why we aptly call it the People's Road. So it was the villagers who contributed whatever they had. They contributed labors, they contributed their tools and machines. So it all came along. Now, one of the things that we did, which I gave an idea to the villagers, was this. In our tradition, we have this custom of helping each other. Suppose if a household in a village is not able to complete their field, or not able to complete their household works like construction of their house or construction of their burns or something of the sort, they distribute a pinch of salt on bamboo leaves, on banana leaves, to the remaining household in the village. Whichever house received that pinch of salt will all volunteer. If the household needs food, they're gonna give whatever they can. If they need laborers, this household, whoever receives that pinch of salt will come and help. Okay. So this tradition, we decided to take it up as a challenge for everyone to be able to participate. So we bought about 6,000 kilograms of salt. Okay. We distributed across how many households, we don't know. We engaged the church youths. I think from that activities alone, we got about 10 plus lakhs.
Damn.
Okay, that was just one of the custom that we did. And people were so excited because they were able to take part in the process, in this historic process of building this road. Now, I want all the viewers and you to know this. The place where we were constructing the road, till that time in 2012 and part, there was no electricity in that village. Forget about internet connectivity.
Okay.
So if a person has to talk on telephone, we have to climb up to that elevated portion of the hills and we have to talk on the mobile. During the entire process, though we did not beg anyone, we just challenged people. You want to be a part of it? Be a part of it. Even if you're not, we're going to complete the road anyway. We're going to get the work done because we have a zeal and we're going to die for it to complete. Before the government comes and takes it over, we're going to do our part. So lots and lots of people, I think people from across 25 countries participated in this entire process.
What was that one thing which kept you motivated throughout and made you strong enough to fight against all odds?
God has placed me in such a place of importance. It is not because I'm so smart and I had studied more than anyone else that I cracked this exam. No. If I started as a village boy, I started my schooling at the age of 6. I think very late. You know, if a village boy like me can go to the best possible college in India, crack the IAS exam again at the age of 24, there must be certain things that God wants me to accomplish through my life. I always believe in this, something called living life to the best that I can so that I can help people, to help them achieve, to be all that they can be. So I believe this has been the motivation to help me carry on, to help me walk that extra miles.
How did you manage to keep a balance between your personal and professional life along with this project going on?
Well, lots of people question me about this. You are so busy as an SDO, as an SDM in your area, and that too in such a backward area. Believe me, I was 100% devoted to my work. When I was the SDO there, a central team came to inspect the Narega works and other works of sanitations. My block was selected as one of the best. I was carrying out my duty 100% dutifully. Law and order, there was not an issue. I tackle it as and when it is required. I was carrying out the socio-economic census. I was doing all of this project.
I'm sure you have received n number of blessings and praises for the same, but would you like to talk about that one heartfelt note of appreciation which is very close to your heart?
I have received a lot of recognition, appreciation from the medias, from NGOs, and even from the government. I was just recently interviewed by All India Radio for broadcasting it outside India. The interview just got aired on the Civil Service Day. They selected me as one of the 7 gems of India. These are amazing, no doubt.
So what do we see in future from the miracle man? What else is on cards?
Wherever the government assigns me, I'm happy to take up that project, that role. For the last 2.5, 3 years, I've been posted in the Secretariat as a Joint Secretary in the particular Department of Tribal Affairs and Hills. So I've been able to create a little influence, a little impact. Wherever we're posted, we are not just asked to do the normal duties. it calls us to be inventive, to be innovative, to do more things. So this civil service gives you an opportunity to innovate, to invent. You know, lots of people say that civil service, the government system is too orthodox and that it's very difficult to bring in innovation. I think the government is very, very positive, and especially under the leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister, there are lots of challenges for the civil servants to be innovative, to be creative, and there are spaces for it.
One last message for our viewers.
I don't want to call it a piece of advice, but something which I always believe and which I feel is lacking in our society and amongst our youths. There are two things very specific. First thing, our youths are doing very well. I don't like when people say that our youths don't have focus, our youths don't have this. I don't like that. We work so hard. But just a little correction. Many of our youths do not see what they want to be 5-10 years down the line. They do not have a role model whom they can emulate, look forward, whom they want to become. Each of us, if we have this vision of what I want to see myself 5-10 years down the line, it will motivate us much more to work harder, to go that extra mile. When you set this vision for yourself, when you set this role model for yourself, it's important to see yourself as being able to be a person of positive influence to the people around you. Second thing, you got to persevere a little, to make the dreams of yours come true. So our youths should have this specifically. Then I'm sure you all can be where you want to be.
Thank you so much, Mr. Armstrong. It was an honor to talk to you. Genuinely, I'm just overwhelmed with everything, whatever I've heard. And I hope to see you and meet you guys.
Yes, and thank you, the Unacademy, for having me, and Tanvi. I've been able to share out my hearts. And for those of you who are watching this video, I expect to see your video very soon, creating impacts, a positive impact to change the lives of so many more people in days to come. Thank you.